Hello and welcome to Tarot by the Moon. It's Tasha here at Tarot by the Moon. Hello and welcome. I've had a bit of a break from doing the videos recently. I've been very ill. You might still be able to hear it on me actually. I actually lost my voice. I actually had non-stop coughing, which it's eased up a lot in the last couple of days. And I couldn't actually breathe properly, never mind come on and do a tarot reading. So I hope you understand, and thank you for your patience, thank you for bearing with me, thank you for all the messages of love and support that I've received also over the holiday period. So it's been a couple of weeks literally between everything. So I'm so happy to be back. I hope this message is going to get across to you today. So please forgive me if my voice doesn't sound quite right. Please forgive my appearance as well. I've got my outdoor gear on because frankly, I haven't got the energy to get changed all the time. And the last couple of days I've been well enough to take the dogs out and things like that. So I've just been staying in my outdoor gear all day. I'm sure you understand. Just to save some energy, basically. And I hope you're all well. I hope you're all doing okay. I know there's a lot of lurgy about and a lot of different viruses about. And if you are undergoing any of the symptoms that I was undergoing, my heart completely goes out to you. It is a pretty bad flu going around this year. And I just want to reassure you that you will feel better at some point. And just take it easy and rest there. And sending you a lot of love and support, whatever you're going through over this holiday period and we're in 2023. So happy new year to everyone. Thank you to everyone as well for sticking with me, and we're into another year at Tarot by the Moon. Yay, how exciting. We've got full moon coming up tomorrow in Cancer, and I was just willing, let me come back in time for the full moon in Cancer, and here I am. So we've got that coming in tomorrow. So let's start afresh here at Tarot by the Moon. And let's call this the full moon in Cancer 2023 reading, and let's start afresh with a collective reading for us all. Now we're still sort of officially in the period of Christmas, if you count the 12 days of Christmas properly, which a lot of people do, and I think it's an interesting thing to do as well. So I still sort of count this time of the year as Yule, really. Coming up for Imbolc soon, which is also all about newness and freshness. I'd like to introduce as well, you might just be able to see, I've got this fantastic figurine that was gifted to me of Baphomet. He's a Hindu, I say deity, but some people say he's not even a deity, but he's Hindu in origin. To me, he reminds me of the magician, the way he's holding his hands in that pose of bringing heaven down to earth. He represents all that is. He represents everything. I just wanted to chat about him because I didn't want you to get confused or feel unsafe, because a lot of people feel unsafe around that image because unfortunately Satan worshippers and the Church of Satan etc. has adopted this image and used it in their practices, which it was never originally intended for whatsoever. As I say, it's Hindu in origin, and that's all we know about it, really. It's a bit of a mystery. It was brought back by the Crusades, and literally in history there's just so much mystery around it. There's no feast days, there's no offerings, there's nothing like that associated with it that's ever been found. So that's why we say he's not even a deity as such. He's just an idea of all that is. When you look at him and you break down the symbolism of Baphomet, also the word Baphomet is a early form of the word Mohammed, which shows you it's his Islamic roots, and it's literally just been perverted into a devil. Literally, it's not the devil. The devil's a made-up thing in any case. I could go on and on. But just to make you feel safe, and just to introduce him, because he was a wonderful little surprise gift that somebody gave me, totally surprised me with, on the winter solstice. And I thought, well, it's just a little chat about Baphomet. And I wonder what your ideas of him are. To me, he represents everything. all there is, which is infinity. He represents, as we say, the light, the dark, and everything in between. And I could do a whole show about that alone. So just for you to feel safe, and just for you to feel, obviously you're a Tarot by the Moon. Personally, I respect all faiths. So I wouldn't want to offend anyone, and I know a lot of people have Christian sensibilities and may well be offended by the appearance of Baphomet. But a lot of the reasons why we're offended very often is because of our own ignorance, and that's not to offend anyone either. That's how we learn, that's how we grow, okay? Yeah, so he's Hindu in origin, and a lot of, not Hindu, sorry, what am I talking about? Islamic. Very sorry, so I'm not very well. He's actually Islamic in origin. He comes from the Middle East, and that is all that we know about him. So, how fascinating is that? He's an idea. I love that. Okay, I might not leave him there every week, but he certainly wanted to be there this week. Okay. Now then, to me as well, when I looked at him properly, when I first opened the gift, to me he's very Capricorn. Obviously, he's got this beautiful goat head. Winged yoga goat guy, I like to call him. He doesn't seem to mind. He's absolutely beautiful. He represents divine masculine energy to me as well, very much, which is always a good thing. He's very Capricorn with our goat head, goat representing Capricorn, obviously. And of course, we're in the season of Capricorn. So my brain just went like a little bit whiskey about that straight away when I got the gift, because we were actually on the winter solstice. And I was like, hang on, we're going into Capricorn season. I wonder if any of his feast days or whatever are associated with Yule, are associated with Islamic Yule, or, Eid or whatever. And I looked it up, and then I found out that he's, well, this is why he's not even a deity, because there are no feast days associated with him that have ever been found or discovered. And then I thought, but you know what? I wouldn't mind betting he is, because he's got that Capricorn energy. He's got that goat energy, that Capricorn energy, and he's absolutely perfect for this time of year. And what more perfect gift could I have had for a Yule solstice gift? Yeah, it blew me away. Also, the divine masculine element of him as well is very much prevalent. He also represents feminine aspects as well when you look at him closely. But in his overall energy, he's very masculine. And we need some of that in our lives, surely, yeah. So anyway, I could talk about him forever. He's like one of my new best friends there. Let's get on with the reading. So that's a bit different. Okay, so Capricorn is on. We're in Capricorn season. There you go. There's Goat Boy. We're in Capricorn season, so happy birthday to all my Capricorns. I haven't had a chance to come on and say happy birthday to you all yet. I know quite a lot of Capricorn people, actually. My mum's actually Capricorn, so happy birthday to her as well. She had her birthday on New Year's Eve, and she's doing very well, thank you, to anyone who might ask. And I know a lot of Capricorn people. I've always had Capricorn friends. I've had relationships with Capricorn people. It's my opposite sign, interestingly, as well. But there's something in that makes you similar, even though you're opposite. There's a lot of truth in that. Astrologically, the sign opposite you is called your sister sign. So even though Capricorn is an earth sign, a very, very earthy sign, sometimes it's visualised with like a fishtail, the sea goat, mysterious sea goat. And that's the link that it has to Cancer in its opposite sign. And that's why, so we're in Capricorn season, but the full moon coming in tomorrow is in Cancer. And when we come back around to Cancer season, which is in summer, midsummer, opposite time of the year, summer solstice, you'll find the full moon will fall in Capricorn. And that just shows us how the universe works like clockwork, very much, I feel. Just one example of it, anyway. enough of the preamble. I always have this little preamble at the beginning, in case you haven't watched before. Just a general little chit-chat what's going on. What we do now, we go in with a reading. So if you haven't tuned in before, hello and welcome. This reading is for everyone. You don't need to be a particular star sign, although different star signs do come up. I call it my element spread. It comes up in 4 parts. The first part represents air, so that's thought and action. Okay, the second part represents water. That'll be our feelings and our emotions. The third part represents fire, creativity, willpower and drive. And the fourth part represents the earth plane, the 3D, the mundane level, how we're getting things done. Okay, my loves. Also take a couple of oracle cards at the end. Okay, my darlings. It's always a little bit different. It's always organic, and I hope you're going to enjoy it. If you are enjoying it, please, please, please give me the thumbs up. It's super important. I cannot tell you how important it is that I get some thumbs in now. Okay, it's super important that you subscribe as well if you haven't already, and if you're really not able to do any of that for me, please consider sharing or at least leaving me a comment in the box below so as I know it resonated with you, my loves. Okay, so all of that being said, I'm going to go in. Please excuse me, I've got to sip some tea. As you can hear, my throat, this is the most talking I've done for over a week or something. Okay, so let's go in and see what's coming up. Now, we're still using the Swedish Tarot. We've been loving this John Bow Swedish Tarot over the winter period. So I've decided to keep it in, like I say, still Yuletide as far as I'm concerned. Over the next week or two at least. I've been absolutely loving it. Excuse me, it's very different to the regular tarot, so I do have to use a reference guide just to check there's nothing I haven't missed. That's super important for us. I consider that I'm learning these new tarot decks along with you guys. Okay, I've got my tried and trusted tarot decks, as you know, that I started this channel off with, that I know very well and I don't need guides for. But with these new ones, I don't mind telling you. Oh, that's flipped it straight away. So that's air, that's water, that's fire, and let's just get one more. There's one more. Excuse me, excuse my cough. Okay, and that's earth, lovely. Let's have a little look, see what we've got. Oh, that one's flipped up at the end, right from the bottom of the back. What we don't see come in. 5 rods. Doesn't surprise me at all. That's what we didn't see come in. Okay. Now, I need to take my time a little bit more than usual because I'm not feeling very well, as you can probably hear. I need to just get the guide here a second. Darlings, bear with me, and thank you so much for bearing with me. Right. Also, if you would like a personal tarot reading, it would be my absolute pleasure to provide you with that. And you can get a personal tarot reading from me by following the link in the box below, for the email in the box below. Okay, that's the only way you'll get a tarot reading from me, is if we set it up that way. Anyone approaching you saying that they're me and that I've been talking to your ancestors and anything like that, it isn't me, it's a scam. Okay, the only way you'll get a reading from me is if you contact me via the link below. Just a little heads up for you guys, okay, because it happens all the time. Okay, what have we got here? The sun. Wow. We've had this one before, the Swedish sun. It's magical. Sorry, I'm just taking my time tuning in there. This has come up in the area of air. Okay, thought and action, representing thought and action. So where we're at with that. I'll read it to you. It says, a man walks along the path, his pack weighing heavily on his back. The sun shines brightly, giving life to the wheat growing in the fields behind him. Be optimistic. You are moving forward with your plans. Good omens are with you. What a brilliant card to have out as the first card of 2023, can I just say? Like, it's literally the first tarot card that I've turned over in 2023. I've shared it with you guys. I've done no other tarot readings this year at all for myself, for anyone else. As I say, I've been in bed pretty much, just resting. And the first one that we've got out is the Sun, out of the winter pack as well. That's just the actual energy of that has just hit me right between the eyes, literally right in the third eye chakra. I've got that there, and what I'm getting is that okay, we've got full moon in Cancer coming up tomorrow as well, so it's really powerful energy. All right, now Cancer, among a lot of other things, one of the qualities of Cancer, and I was thinking about this morning, one of the qualities of the crab that gets overlooked a lot when we talk about the qualities of Cancerian energy, which we're in the moon energy right now, is that it's a survivor. It's one of the greatest survivors on this planet. That crab has been around, one of the most ancient creatures on the planet. It has survived ice ages. It has survived, you name it, it'll survive a crab, you know. It's very, very tough on the outer shell. It's very intuitive. It knows exactly what it needs to do, how it needs to behave, and what needs to happen to ensure its survival and the survival of the future. And that's what I feel like we're at collectively. I feel like we're in survival mode, and a lot of us might be feeling not very well. A lot of us might have had shocking news. A lot of us might have had something that's disturbed the status quo, all right? But we know innately that we're going to survive it, that we're going to be provided with everything we need to survive, everything we need to get through. And although we might be in this sort of unsettled time right now, we just innately know in our thoughts and actions, and we understand that we are literally having the tools put in our hands to do the next thing, and to do the next thing right, without overthinking, without overfeeling, without looking back and going, oh well, it's not fair, or why did this happen to me, or whatever. Of simply literally moving forward. I can't help looking at that image as well there, and he almost looks crab-like. That almost looks like a shell on his back, does it not? It literally does. Oh, I love it when spirit does this. So grateful. Literally a pack weighing heavily on his back. Well, what does a crab do? It moves his shell around. It moves his home around with it on its back. Okay, it is so Cancerian, this Sun card. Be optimistic and continue moving forward, even though things feel heavy right now. And January as well. Classically, January is known as a month where people get rather depressed. People find January very, very difficult, especially after all the, festivities of December. And then January, harsh reality. The Christmas decorations come down, the bills start coming in, and we find it very difficult. Spring still feels like it's a long way off. Summer feels like it's even further away. But look at those fields ripening behind him. He's heading in the right direction. Okay, you'll be able to put that burden down soon. Alright, you're on the right track. Also, when we get the Sun card, I can't help wanting to acknowledge that we have great healing coming in. Great healing at our disposal. Medicine, whether it's physical medicine that you might need to heal yourself, whether it's hitting on the right diets, hitting on the right doctor that can help you out, point you in the right direction, hitting on the right person to talk to who can just help you to feel relieved of your stresses and your worries. A relationship coming into your life that heals. Whatever it is, something medicinal's coming in, I feel. Something's medicinal. It doesn't have to actually be physical medicine, but it'll be like a medicine to you. It'll be like a balm on your soul, or on whatever area of your life you might have needed that. I feel like that's really important. This is major arcana stuff as well. So this is really important stuff. This is a big shift, okay, my loves. So happy to see that there for the first card out for us. Second card out, I believe this is a Lover's energy, isn't it? This one, we haven't had this one before in the Swedish Tarot. Let's just check. Excuse me, my darlings. Yeah, Lovers. We've not had the Swedish Lovers. Check these guys out. Aren't they gorgeous? Two lovers stroll in a garden. White flowers line their path and birds fly in the sky above them. Making a choice to be together. Having affection for another. Enjoying the time you have with others. This came up in our area of emotions in our heart, so it couldn't be more appropriate that we get the Lovers. Again, another major arcana. Another very positive major arcana. Very often about having to make a choice of some kind. Being highlighted to me very, very strongly. This is a choice that involves feelings of the heart. Let me just study the card a little bit closer a minute, my darlings. Let me just see. Oh, look! Straight away, look at the ground that they're on. They're sort of doing this lovely little dance, courtship dance. Are they not snowdrops? Do they not look like snowdrops? And are not snowdrops one of the first flowers that we see coming up in spring? Early spring, late winter. It won't be long now until we see these snowdrops bursting up. The little patches in our gardens, in our parks and what have you. I absolutely love that image. I love the way she's got her hand on her heart like this as well. Yeah. Okay. This is an image that's been shown to me quite a lot in the last week, and it hasn't even been about having that hand on your heart. It's been about having this, having your like actual left hand over your heart like that. It's been shown to me several times this week. This image. Stepping forward into that new year, stepping forward into a new energy, and we are in a brand new energy. We are so in a new energy right now. If you look at the deep astrology over the last couple of years, things were rather stuck. All of a sudden this year, things are really starting to get moving into a different, fresh energy. And I've just been shown this over and over again with a hand over the heart of, yeah, there may have been hurt, yeah, there may have been hardship, but that's okay. You've still got your heart. You're still able to operate from your heart, and you're moving forward. Not only are you moving forward, but you're dancing forward quite blithely there. Quite blithely. To me as well, this Lover's card is showing me a balance of energies between the masculine and the feminine within ourselves, quite clearly. Okay. To move forward, to move us forward, and it's showing me very much the season of up to the end of winter with those snowdrop flowers there. This reading's going to take us up to around about the time that we see those snowdrops coming up, which I believe is in around about 6 weeks' time. I might be wrong, but just in my mind, I'm sure it's not long after the new year until you start seeing snowdrops. Let me just get my dog right. That's his things. Just the Milo. Can you stop doing that? Come on. He doesn't get enough attention. Oh. Right, so in case you've not watched my channel before, I share my space with two beautiful dogs. This one's called Mr. Milo, and he's Parsons Russell, and the other one's called Mr. Murray, and he's a collie dog. And Mr. Milo, the Russell in particular, likes a lot of attention. A lot of attention. Don't you? Of attention. He does. He does. You see him? Look at him. Look at him. Oh. So sometimes when I'm doing a reading, he'll just scratch himself on the bed and stuff like that just to get some attention. You alright? Yeah. I've been told he does it if I go out as well, apparently, so there you go. Anyway, moving on with our reading. If you don't mind, Mr. Milo, we're moving on with the reading. The next one coming up, my loves, is an Ace of Cups. Swedish Ace of Cups. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Now, I don't know, there's a lot of little figures here, and I'm not exactly sure what folktale it relates to. I'm still in the throes of studying Swedish folklore. But you can see this cap here that's being sort of held up by this lady here, this oldish lady here, holding this sort of magical receptacle of some kind, and all of this sort of, I don't know what you'd call that, sort of otherworldly force flowing through it. There's another figure here behind blowing into it from behind. If you do know what this folklore is, please get in touch with me and let's chat about it, because I absolutely love folklore, and that's one of the reasons why I fell in love with wanting to work with these cards in particular. So this is Swedish Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups has come up in our area of our heart, okay, our passions of fire, our creativity. What a brilliant ace. And like I always say to you guys, it's very important to get an ace, okay? In the old school of tarot, if you didn't get an ace out straight away on the first turn of cards, it was considered that you were off kilter and that you should try again. And if you didn't get, hello, this is Mr. Murray, the collie dog. If you didn't get the ace out the second time, then you should just call it a day, because you're just not on your guides. So I'm really happy to see this. It's showing me that I'm really on my guides, even though I haven't been feeling very well. And then I'm absolutely on my guides with these two major arcanas and this beautiful ace coming out for us today. It's an Ace of Cups. It's all about the heart. It's all about having a full heart, a full cup to share from, and that's come up in our passions and our creativity. So it's showing me that, you know, even though things might have been tough and we've had a few difficult things to navigate, and we still might have a choice to even make, okay, which is never like a simple thing, is it? We'll clarify more on that in a moment. This is Mr. Murray. Isn't he adorable? Isn't he just, look at him. Oh, I haven't had this one since the puppy. I've only had this one for just over a year, and I feel like I've always had him, to be honest with you. I'm really in love. Yeah. You came all the way from Scotland to live with me, haven't you? Yeah. And I love him so much. I can't imagine what my life was like before now. So yeah, Ace of Cups, how amazing to fit. So we've got a full cup. So whatever sort of Christmas you've had, whatever sort of a time you've had, I feel like you've navigated it well. You've taken care of yourself. You've learned how to fill your cup up before you can share it out with others, which is amazing. And seeing that Ace of Cups and that Lover's card there, the sun, it's beautiful energy. It's beautiful energy, my darlings. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. I'm so glad I came on to do this reading today, because like I always say to you guys, I didn't know what to expect, and because I've been feeling so rough and everything as well, I did have a little bit of a seed of doubt whether I'd be able to deliver a decent reading for you, but Spirit has backed me up perfectly here today, because what we have got is a 10 of Cups. A 10 of Cups, my darlings. I mean, it's one of the most positive of the minor arcanas, okay? When you're talking about love, this is the happy ever after. This is the fairy tale ending. This is total emotional fulfillment. This is, they all live together happily. Amen. All right. If you're asking a question about love here today, this has got what we call legs, and I mean legs on legs, to keep going into the future. This is glorious energy. Glorious, glorious energy. This is because we've kept the sun in mind. This is because we know that our hard work is paying off, and that even though things have been tough and trying, and that life keeps throwing us curveballs, and inevitably will, even into the new year and into the new energy, that we are tough, that we are resilient, just like that crab, okay? That we can keep going, that we are survivors, that things are going to get better. They're like, oh, look, it's sunny over there, let's head over there. We won't be carrying that burden forever, okay? That we've created a divine union within our hearts of our masculine and feminine energies that we are continuing to heal, Okay, and we're dancing with that absolutely perfectly through the season. That we are filling our cup up with passion, with creativity. We are blowing that wind into that cup to fill it up with that passion and creativity, and that is driving us forward. What we are creating in the world is coming from a full cup. And because we're doing all of that, it's leading us to 10 of Cups. And we haven't had the Swedish 10 of Cups before. It's so beautiful. Look at that energy. These beautiful, colourful birds in there. I love birds. Absolutely love birds. Beautiful, colourful birds. We've got this beautiful fairy tale sort of couple sat on the back of this beautiful horse, like a beautiful prince and princess. And these birds look majestic, like peacocks sort of energy, which is always very regal, very majestic, and the very best and the very finest of everything. I'm sure you'd agree. Let's just take a little look what the interpretation actually says. Cups. Feeling valued, having a priority, feeling like you have everything you need at this moment. Wow, feeling valued, feeling a priority, and feeling like you have everything you need at this moment. This is what we're heading for. We might not have always felt like that, and I'm sure we haven't, because you have to have the lesson of not feeling prioritised, not feeling valued, not feeling special and all those things to appreciate it when it comes along, to know what you really want, to have that contrast. So you might not be there yet, you might not be feeling all of that yet, but that is where you're heading. You keep these lessons in mind. This is where you're heading, and of course it all starts with self. It all starts with the self, my darlings, as we know, okay? Let's look at the Ace of Cups for you. Feeling refreshed, overflowing emotions, letting the world receive your gifts. Okay? Absolutely. Love that. Going from the Ace to the 10, just like that. And the extra card that came out was what we don't see coming, okay? And this is the only card that's got some shadow in it, to be honest with you, and it's a 5 of Rods. And it's a little bit of discord when we see a 5 of Rods. Roads. Okay, Roads, what's that? Okay. 5 Roads, I don't know, that might mean something to somebody. Okay. I feel like somebody's tried something 5 different ways or 5 different times here. Whatever that means to you, or if you look back and count. Because you've given somebody 5 chances, you've tried 5 different techniques. You've literally been down 5 roads with something. It's just that's out there, my loves, okay? Rise above the chaos, release tensions, refocus your energy into what is needed, okay? This is what we didn't see coming. This was what was hidden from us underneath the pack. Exactly. So there have been things that you've had to rise above. It hasn't all been 10 of Cups. You don't just have plain sailing 10 of Cups. You've had to rise above. You've had to rise above chaos. You've had to refocus your energy and refocus it again and again and again. 5 times maybe even. You've had to keep refocusing. Now that was a big theme that came up during Sagittarius season for us, was about focusing and refocusing with that Archer energy. Now we're in Capricorn energy, and we're in the energy of building things in a practical, level-headed, sensible, down-to-earth kind of way. So we've really honed our focus. We've risen above the chaos, released the tensions, and refocused our energy what is needed. And that's absolutely what I'm seeing here in this beautiful, beautiful reading, my loves. That is exactly what we're doing. I mean, that the sun, come on. I mean, it don't get better than that. Never mind what kind of tarot reading you're having. If the sun comes up, it's like, angels singing. Everything's going to be all right. Everything's all right. We've got the sun. It's the most positive energy in the entire tarot. It's what we came in with. So we've, like I said to you at the beginning, we've been given the tools. They've been put in our hands. as and when we need them now. Maybe this is a new energy we're coming into and we're learning to work with, and different gifts we're learning to work with, and we're becoming adept. And it's like, it's as soon as a problem comes up, the tool to sort it out is there. It's there. So this kind of energy doesn't even need to bother us as much as it would have before, but we're still very much aware of it, of course, because we're rising up above it. Okay. Let's go in with a little clarifier, and I've decided really itching to look at my Harmonious Tarot, because I was very blessed to receive quite a few new tarot decks last year in 2022, which I've never had a lot of before in my life. And the whole time I've been reading tarot, which is coming up for about 30 years now. And this one's been one of my favourites. I absolutely loved it. So I was itching to bring it back in today. Okay. So let's clarify with some of these beauties. And we'll just ask for one more for a spirit there. Oh, and there it is. And we'll have a look what's underneath the pack also then. Right. Beautiful. Harmonious Tarot. Let's see what's coming in here. Again, let me just refer to the guides because it's a new one. Oh, excuse me. Do excuse my coughing and my rough voice today. Right. So, lovely. So, we got Queen of Cups, Ace of Swords, another ace, fabulous. We've got Queen of Pentacles. I knew the Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups would come up today. Another thing I cannot explain really, but feeling both those energies very strong. And another ace. What beautiful, strong energy has come through today. And I'm amazed how strong the energy has come through, to be honest with you, because I feel like a pretty weak vessel in myself. Although I feel a lot stronger than I did a day or two ago. Now, Queen of Cups coming up to represent Sun. Now, that to me is fascinating, because the Queen of Cups, of course, represents Cancerian energy. And we're just about to come into that Cancerian full moon energy. And did I not stress at the beginning when we studied this Swedish Sun card that it's something very Cancerian about it? It's almost like a shell on his back there. So it's very, very interesting that we've got a Queen of Cups to support the Sun in the Harmonious Tarot there, okay? So it's very Cancerian energy. So let's have a little look. Virtue, positive feelings, loving relationships, a loving woman. So this is about letting your divine feminine side come out. This is about allowing that. And I mean, over the next couple of days, we'd be in moon in Cancer energy. First full moon of the new year as well. It's in Cancer. How amazing. It's a very feminine sign. It's the sign of the mother. It's a sign of the nurturer. It's very intuitive. It's very psychic. It's very receptive. It's very healing. See how she holds that cup in front of her. It represents the heart, and it means everything to her. That's why she's holding it and gazing at it so lovingly. It means absolutely everything. She's womanliness embodied, whatever that means to you, my loves, okay? Even if you're a man watching this, this is a time over the next couple of days where you might be a roughy tufty kind of bloke watching this. You might even feel those softer side of your energy coming up, okay? And allow it to come up, okay, my loves? Also, you may be just appreciating women more and things like that, women around you. It's time to be at one with your emotions. It's time to be at one with your heart. It's time to be at one with that divine feminine aspect of yourself that you carry, okay? Which each one of us carries, okay? The sun is shining on this. The sun and the moon together is very, very powerful. The sun is shining on this. It's healing it. It's showing the way forward. It's showing us that this is going to carry us into new energy into 2023 absolutely perfectly. The Ace of Swords has come up to clarify the lovers, Swedish lovers, okay, Harmonious Tarot. It's another ace. We've got 3 aces. How strong is this reading? We've got 3 aces out. First reading of the new year is fantastic. I'm so loving this reading. The Ace of Swords has given us intelligence, mental clarity, lucid ideas and decision. Exactly. Now, didn't we say that the lovers represents a choice? And a choice may have to be made here, and this choice represents the heart, okay? But you will make the choice, and you will make the correct choice because you're being given the clarity of the Ace of Swords to make that correct choice with, to be intelligent, to have that mental clarity and make that decision that's correct for you, okay? And that doesn't have to be like a love relationship decision. It could be. It doesn't have to be. It could be a decision to not engage those things. It could be a decision to stay single and to work on developing your own masculine and feminine energies, okay, and balance, bringing those into balance. It could be a decision to do that and to focus on that, all right? And I feel for a lot of us it very much is, instead of looking outside of ourselves for love and approval and what have you, it's time to do the work. It's time to do the inner work, and that's how you attract your divine counterpart. Okay, we can come back to that another time, but it needed to be said. Queen of Pentacles has come up in our area of fire. Oh look, isn't that a bit Baphomet in the background behind her? There he is. I knew he'd come in somewhere in these cards. Queen of Pentacles. Now, I'm not surprised to see the Queen of Pentacles. She's been coming up for me a lot, just in my general, even though I haven't done any tarot since the new year, just in my consciousness, just in my little symbols that I pick up on and things like that, okay? So I'm not surprised to see her here at all. It's about fertility, materiality, solidity, material and emotional stability. I love that. I love that she's come up to clarify that Ace of Cups, because that is about emotional stability. So she's created from a full cup. This is what I said to you earlier on. She's creating from a full cup, okay? When you create from a full cup, and from your heart space, you cannot go wrong. Success is ensured, because not only are you creating from your cup is already full, you're not draining yourself dry, all right? So it's bound to come back and remain full. You were doing it from heart. You're putting your heart and soul into something. I feel like this is perfect for it to come up in our area of creativity, drive, willpower. So this is our creative projects coming in for the new year. This is how we're making money in the new year, okay? Even this is something that your heart's in, that you are fully filled up for, that you are revving to go, and that is ensured to be a success and to be abundant, and you fully deserve it. You fully deserve it. Alright, and it's important that you understand that and you integrate that as well. Got another beautiful energy, Ace of Cups. So we've had Ace of Cups twice. So, hello, Spirit is screaming Ace of Cups at us at the minute. And don't forget, 2 Ace of Cups on the table as well. Shows us 2 cups, which is also the lovers, which we've already seen, which is also about relationships, harmony, harmonizing, balancing 2 hearts together. Okay, Ace of Cups here. Home, great love, birth and marriage. And it's come to support the 10 of Cups. What more could we ask for? This year could be massive for somebody, I want to say, in particular. Okay, I'm getting a lot of fire sign energy. Obviously we've got the sun there, so we've got Leo. Excuse me. Getting Cancer, Scorpio and Pisces as well. Excuse me. This could be a year where you get married. This could be a huge year coming up for you. Ace of Cups. Ten of Cups, huge year for love, absolutely massive. Ace of Cups, to clarify the Ten of Cups at the end, I cannot reiterate to you how fortuitous that is where long-lasting love is concerned. Alright, if this isn't love, this is a business project or a passion project. This is something that you will love and that will give you love back and will give you those feelings back of fulfillment, that you will be able to share it with the world, that it'll be appreciated and received well, that it'll be successful, that it'll fill your heart with joy to be able to share these talents and skills with people, etc, etc, if it doesn't represent an actual relationship that's going to bring a long and happy relationship, a long and happy life together, a family, and all the things that you want. If it represents business, this is all good. So honestly, this is one of the best readings ever done. Honestly, it couldn't be much better. So let's just see what's clarifying the wheel. Another brilliant energy. We had this wheel a couple of weeks ago, actually. We did. I remember having this because I talked about you. Excuse me. Now, the wheel represents great change coming up, okay? And this is huge changes. The energy here on the table here today is huge, all right? It's what we don't see coming as well, is that we're rising above all of the chaos, all right? And the rising above all of the chaos, the rising above of the Five of Rods, the overcoming of the Five of Rods, the staying in your power of the Five of Rods, has brought, this is what you didn't see, has brought about these huge positive shifts. Not just for yourself personally, but the whole of humanity, for the whole of your bloodline, for the lot of it. Alright? It's absolutely beautiful energy, and I'm so proud of you, and I'm so proud of ourselves and our little tribe here at Tarot by the Moon and the whole planet. It's absolutely mind-blowing. I hope you're feeling the energy here, as I surely am, my loves. Right, let me just take a little sip of my tea. I cannot tell you how happy I am that I came on to do this today, because obviously when you're feeling ill, you do tend to feel a little bit sorry for yourself and whatever, and you just sort of question whether, oh, should I just have another day of Netflix and chill, or should I actually try and do some work? And you know what? So glad. I've literally, thank you guys so much for your time, for your energy. If you've enjoyed the reading, please give me the like. If you haven't subscribed already, please consider subscribing. It would mean the world to me. Let's round up with a little... Oh, it's fallen out. Look, we've had him a couple of times over the Yuletide season, and he fell out. As the moon waxes, I realise my full potential, because as Satyri is rather Yule with the antlers and everything. He's very reindeer sort of energy. I'm not sure if it's a stag or a reindeer, to be honest with you. I feel like it's a reindeer. Very Yuletide energy, also very Baphomet energy with those horns. Once again, Capricorn energy. Full moon tomorrow, my loves, in Cancer, in the Divine Feminine sign of Cancer. And you're going to realise your full potential. You're going to realise that all of the trials and tribulations are fine, because guess what? The universe provides you with the exact tools you need to sort things out, and you know how to sort things out because you're a survivor, because you're a survivor, because you've lived many lives, because you've seen it all. Even though you might not remember it consciously, it's there within you that you know what to do, you know how to act, you know how to behave. And this is what we're bringing about. We're bringing about for ourselves Ace of Cups, Ten of Cups, Ace of Cups twice, Ten of Cups twice, Queens of Pentacles, Queens of Cups. What more good qualities could you want out of life? The Lovers, the Sun. It's beautiful energy. Beautiful, beautiful energy. So he wanted to come up once again. Okay, why not? Love that. Full potential. Full, maximum. Filled up, a cup full, very full, peace up to heaven. Okay, this is an old poem that's got an unknown author that I'm quoting right now. It's an ancient poem that I read in a book about Celtic folklore many years ago. I shall have to take it out for you guys and share it with you. And it said something like that: peace up to heaven, a cup full, mead in abundance. When summer, something about summer being in winter and winter being in something like that. Mead, a cup. It's just been reminded to me. A cup full, a cup very full, abundance, peace up to heaven. I'll just leave you with that. Beautiful energy. Let's just do a little angel blessing. Mead in abundance, it says in there as well somewhere. Mead in abundance. Let me know if you've heard this poem. It's Celtic folklore. I'll have to dig it out for you guys. A cup full, very full, mead in abundance. I know it's an unknown author, which always fascinates me as well. Some of these things are so beautiful and they have unknown authors. They're so ancient, but they're so relevant. Okay, 2 messages from the angels flipped over there. Let's have a little look. The archangel messages. Manifest your dreams. The winds of change are you. Everything is possible. Stay focused. The winds of change, the wheel of fortune came up to show us that is what we have manifested, is the wheel of fortune, is changes. Okay, staying focused. We've had to focus and refocus again. That came up in the reading. Okay, stay focused. We've got this. I'll leave that there with the wheel. Resting. Only in stillness can you nurture the deep yin energy within. Very, very important. We're still in the winter season. There's still time for resting. Okay, many of us, like I say, many of us might be battling various lurgies and just general tiredness, fatigue after the holiday season and whatever. Very important to make sure you're getting enough rest. Only when you're resting, I'm being shown actually there as well, is when we're able to dream. And we're trying to manifest dreams here. So we can only bring, I've just been given this now, bear with me. We can only bring dreams about by resting. The only time we dream is when we sleep. The only time you can bring in your dream energy is when you rest properly and you be still and you be calm and you calm everything down, okay? And you get into your yin energy, get into your divine feminine, Cancerian moon energy there, okay? That's when you formulate your dream. And that's how we're then going to manifest the dreams. The first step of manifesting your dreams, you might think is moving forward boldly, you might think is taking positive action, and it is kind of, but sometimes the positive action is just simply to rest. It's just simply to rest, okay? And allow that yin energy to build. I'm going to leave that there with the beautiful Queen of Cups. Okay, my darlings, so I hope you've enjoyed my reading. I've certainly enjoyed it. It's been amazing and beautiful. And thank you so much for the opportunity to come in and do it. Please give me the thumbs up. Please give me the like. Please give me the subscribe if you haven't already. Please get in touch with me in the address below for personal readings. I'll be happy to accommodate. Enjoy the full moon energy tomorrow. I'm sure you will. And I'll be back with a starseed reading next. It might not be today, but it'll be soon. It'll be over the next few days for sure. And I hope you're going to enjoy that and join me with that also. Okay, so thank you for this. Thank you so much once again. Happy New Year, happy full moon, happy first full moon of 2023. And all the love, all the light and everything else in between.